Good evening, everyone. Eric Leamy here. You are watching another episode and video from my secondary YouTube channel and vlog. In this YouTube channel and vlog, I present to all of you my sentimental thoughts come from my heart and my soul, and my mental oddball shenanigans come from my mind and brain. This is EML77 TV, 865. Episode 865. What's going on, everybody? September the 19th, 2029 p.m. What's going on, everybody? I got, after watching Jira and Jasmine's videos with the stickers about, what words do to a person, I figured I have decided to pick out the 6 most used words on me over the years of my life, not just on the internet, but even when I was a child. And I decided to choose these words because these words are words that basically hit me the hardest. So, and here are these words. I'll read them off: loser, reject, moron, irrelevant, failure, and retard. Now, the reason why I chose these words, because these are the words that have been said about me and to me over the years of my life. The problem is that these words come back against me on the internet, especially on YouTube. And I take a look back at these words, and yeah, I do feel sad, but I do feel angry, because we were supposed to treat each other with respect and kindness, and we do everything we can to do that. We try to do everything we can to do that. Problem? There's people out there that don't want to be they don't want to be that. They want to act like immature 10-year-old kids who rebel against their parents. I look at these words. People that don't know me, complete strangers, come on my YouTube channel. That's why I blocked them, because these words I've heard once too often, and to me, I've had enough. It ain't about agreeing or disagreeing with anything. It's about these words. These words. Hurtful words. You may think, Eric, you've been through a lot, and these words you should get used to. What if I say I don't want to get used to them anymore? That's about time I stop listening to these people. When I read the troll-like comments, it shows me how much intelligence they have. Not much. This shows me how much they pay attention to my videos. They don't choose to watch the whole thing. They always have a selective memory. They grab one word or 2 words, and they try to use that against you and make up some tall tale about you. Like when I told my story for the Ruby Tuesday Tales, that I went to a strip club to drop off a meal, to drop off an order for my workplace at Ruby Tuesday. I make deliveries. That's what I was doing. I was making the delivery. Somebody took those 2 words, strip club, and made it a stupid story about it. That I always go there every Wednesday nights. 1, I don't have time to go anywhere at night, because I work the next morning. That's 1. 2, we're in the middle of a freaking pandemic. So, 3, on Wednesday nights I watch NXT. I don't have time to go to places like that. 4, I don't go to places like that at all. That's the only time I went there to drop off an order from Ruby Tuesday back in 2005. You see, these internet trolls have a select memory. They use one little thing and they turn it into a total joke about it. And they use your friends, they use your family in a way, and they think it's funny. Well, I'm here to say that it's not funny. Words do hurt a lot of people. And that's why suicides have been happening. Because these words, not just used on me, but they're used on folks that have been through a lot. Way to the point where people end up going through a mental breakdown, end up killing themselves. I say this has to stop. This has to stop online. That's why I block people. For my safety and mental health. For my mental safety. For my mental health. For self-care. Instead, you trolls make a mockery of these things. These trolls make a mockery of these things, you know. And that shows me how much disappointed I am in humanity right now. And it's sad that people have to be like this. They have to call me names like these. And you know what? It's really, really sad. Because words like these can drive a person to do things they don't want to do. To do things that they would never expect them to do. You know, look at these words, man. They do hurt. They do hurt. You realize, in the Bible it says death and life are in the power of the tongue. So be careful what you say to people out there. If they end up doing something to themselves that they shouldn't, or harming themselves, it's your fault. You drove them to that. You led them to do that. If you say these words like these to somebody and they end up committing suicide, to me that's an accessory to murder. You may not thrown the actual weapon or pulled the trigger, but these words are just as bad as a gun and a knife. You see, people out there like to make jokes about these words, and then they say, no, that's what you are. To me, I refuse to believe that, and I refuse to accept it. I refuse to accept any word, these words I refuse to accept. I refuse to accept any negative talk about me or to me by anyone that does not know me. These words hurt, people. They hurt. And if you cannot respect that, then something is seriously wrong with you. I think it's more just jealousy. There's something mentally that's gone on inside your head. And like I said, there's something happened in your childhood to make people, something wrong in their childhood to make people act mean, act like a bully. They probably took one good look at you and say the way you look, and they think of all these words. They took a look at where you live, they think of all these words. While these words do hurt, it ain't about the outside or the physical appearance of a person. To me, it's about here. It's about the gifts that God has given me. It's about who God created me to be. Yes, I'm going to make mistakes in the future and in the present. You know, Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God," man. And personally, I know all too well what that's like. I'm not perfect. I'm just human. But these words right here, when people call me these words, they kind of hurt. Now, I say it doesn't bother me on the outside, but on the inside it does. It crushes me. These words right here, man, they're a lot more powerful than a gun and a knife. Because a gun is hurting somebody. It's about just as bad as a gun and a knife. A lot of us will get called these. I'll say to those out there who have been called these things, do not give up on your life. You got family that loves you. You got friends that love you as well. Just because I get called these things, that doesn't mean I should feel sorry for myself or feel sad for the rest of my life. I choose to be who I want to be, and that is happy and positive and kind to others, and serve God in that department. And how I do that? By being kind to others. Bible says love one another. Too much of this is going on. Not just towards our government and all that. Listen, I'm guilty of calling politicians names. But I could say I'm very disappointed in them, and that's the only thing I'm going to say. But I'm also disappointed in the people in this country. I'm very, very sad because they choose to be mean, to be nasty, and to use these words against others, especially in politics. Take a good look at these 6 words very carefully. I want to remind you how powerful they can be in a negative fashion. Like I said, it's more powerful than a gun or a knife. You say to these words to anybody, you might as well be an accessory to murder if they decide to off themselves because of it. Too much of this has been going on this year, and it needs to stop somehow. It takes us what we got in here to do it. I love my parents. I love my family. Yes, I do make mistakes. I'm a human being. But the sad part about this is the internet trolls use these words now, and it makes it worse. It's been used on me many, many times here on YouTube. We need to start being kind to one another, be respectful for one another. There's a saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Again, death and life are in the power of the tongue. The book of Proverbs, it says that. I don't like these words. I'm sure a lot of you folks out there, majority of you don't like these words either. And you know what we can do? If we see these words in front of us, we take our mental version of one of these and start erasing them. as you erase them, your confidence grows. No matter what. No matter what you say, you can delete these from your human memory banks. These trolls think they're better than you? I say they're not. I say they're not as intelligent because they don't pay attention to what you say. They refuse to have a complete research. They choose to have a selective memory. They choose certain words and use those words against you. Like when I told my 3 Ruby Tuesday tales in the delivery story. One of the trolls used the 2-word strip club and claims I go every Wednesday night. I don't. I don't go anywhere at night. Not anymore. It's not safe at night, especially here in New Bedford. Even if I wanted to, even though I'm old enough to, I don't. It's not safe at night. Especially what happened to a former club in New Bedford. It's nothing but trouble. And the second reason why I don't want to go, I don't go to strip clubs, I don't go anywhere at night. I got work the next morning. I don't have time to stay out late all night and worry my parents. That's the second reason. The third reason, I don't go any strip clubs at all. I just don't. Fourth reason why I don't go, and this individual chose Wednesday nights. I watch NXT on Wednesday nights. I don't need to go out to be entertaining. I just turn on the TV and watch wrestling. I mean, seriously. The words you just saw, they do hurt, folks. When Bill and Ted said to be excellent to each other, they mean that. We got to be kind to one another, people. We know the pandemic has really, and the quarantine inside the house, has really personally driven us crazy. It's to the point we end up popping off at the governments and out off at the police, and this is what happens. It's a domino effect. Sitting at home during the pandemic, nothing opens. We start to flip out. We start to get angry. We end up getting upset. We want everything to be reopened up. And then we get out of control. Police started going after people going out of control, killing them by stepping on their necks and all that. Police flip out. We flip out. This is where we're at. And wouldn't you know, we blame the government, we blame the president, we blame everybody. You know what, folks? It's not the government's fault. Whether it be local or national. It's not even the other country's fault. We're all blaming China for this. Because they started it. But does anybody stop to think who the real culprit is? It's us. The way we treat each other, not only in real life outside, but behind a computer screen, on a keyboard. We end up being mean, acting like total bullies. And those 6 words you just saw, people use them on a regular basis against somebody. And it saddens me. It saddens me there's people out there that choose to hate on you, to be mean to you, and to spread lies about you. And believe me, it is a disappointing factor. We must learn not only to be excellent to each other, we got to learn to be kind, man. Stop using hurtful words. Hurtful words, words like you just saw, are mental assault weapons. If you use those words against somebody, and I'm guilty of using some of those words, you are mentally assaulting somebody. It's time to stop. Let's be kind. Let's be respectful. Yes, we're going through a whole lot this year. Believe me, we're all angry. We're all upset. I don't blame you, but calling people names, especially on government, disrespecting people like the police and everything else, is not going to solve your problem. It's not going to make everything go away. Making fun of the person that you hate is not going to make that person go away. The whole world does not revolve around each and every one of us. We got to stop being mean. Let's be nice. Let's stop using these mental assault weapons. Those words. That's what they're nothing but to me. Mental assault weapons. And if you call people by name, call people names, you're mentally assaulting them, and it's not right. That's what the hurtful words are. Nothing but mental assault weapons. I encourage all of you who have been called these words. Stand strong, stand up for yourself, stand up for your rights. You don't have to insult anybody. To say, I know who I am, and you don't. As far as telling others to hate on you. You tell others this, I know who I am, but you don't. You tell those people you don't know me at all. To you internet trolls, your words do hurt. But you know what though? Kind words heal all wounds. If you don't want to send me a kind word, don't even speak to me ever again. Because I don't play around. I block. I block because I don't want to see those hurtful words. It's a defense against the mental assault weapons that you throw at me. Those words you just saw that I wrote on the board they cannot get me. I've heard those words all too much. And I'm done. I'm done dealing with them. It doesn't mean I'm getting off YouTube. I will be blocking those who disrespect me. I don't want to say a word to them. I don't even want to speak to them. If they don't like it, too bad. Start being respectful. Start being kind. Change your attitude. Change your ways. Change your way of thinking. Then come talk to me. For those who have been supporting this channel, for my friends and family, I want to thank you for your support. I encourage you guys to keep it up. And tell all your friends who are going through some similar things that I went through. You tell those people You tell those nice, kind people, hey, my friend went through the same thing. My buddy Eric went through the same thing. I think you should hear what he has to say. And how he got through it. How I got through it, not only with the grace of God, and the help of my great parents, my great family, but I kept my mind busy. I stayed the course. And I never gave up on my life. Yeah, I talk a lot about a lot of things in my past. But I look back at them. Sometimes I laugh at them. And say, oh, that was funny. I missed that. Well, there are times where I say I would learn something from that situation in the past. But this is how the internet trolls choose to be. They choose to take whatever you talk about in the past and try to use those words to twist them. To twist them and pervert them for their own personal gain, for all their kicks and jollies. That's their goal. Personally, I do appreciate all the support. We learn how to love and respect one another. Stop using the mental assault weapons. Start using the kind words, the gifts. Start to love one another. That's the most important thing in the Bible. Now, another thing is, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. For those internet trolls, that I should consider them my enemies, but I don't hate them. I just hate their words. But I know behind those words, behind those channels, there's got to be a person in there that something mentally is wrong with them. Something is wrong with them inside their heart to make them be this way, feel this way. You know, it's what we have to do is never give up on our lives. We give this gift, the gift of love, not romantic love or anything like that. It's more agape love, brotherly love, unconditional love. The trolls may be my enemies again. I pray for their very souls. Because I know there's something wrong with them. Something ate away at them in their childhood. It makes them want to lash out. And I think this is what they're doing right now. They're lashing out. They're lashing out in anger because something happened to them that is so tragic, mentally tragic to them. When they grow up, all they do is being angry and make fun of people. Because we go through a lot of stuff too in our lives. We became stronger. Success isn't about one who dies with the most toys wins. It's about what you've done throughout your life and how you used your gifts that God has given you. God loves everybody. He even loves the internet trolls. Because he knows behind the facade of those troll channels, someone that is really hurting inside. That the hurt wound is so deep, it eats away at them. And they lash out in anger. Are those a little bit more fortunate? You see, I don't complain about my life. And that's what the internet trolls want me to do. They want me to complain about my life. They want me to turn against my parents. They want me to... See, I know their games. And I know what they want. But they're not going to get it. They want attention from me. They're not going to get it anymore. They want me to be angry and negative and sad. They're not going to get it anymore. They're going to get this. This Eric Lima. Eric Lima tells it like it is. Is life easy? No. You know, a lot of things that I dreamed about came true. There's a few things that didn't. But I decided that's okay. I'm going to do what I do best. Just live my life. And stick with God. Beware of the mental assault weapons. You know what? Those 6 words I wrote on my board. Just want to let you guys know. I love you guys. Guys are rocking awesome. And I draw the peace sign. Let's be kind to one another. Stop using the mental assault weapons in your life. Those 6 words you see are like mental assault weapons. It's time to drop those weapons and get rid of them for good. And concentrate in here what you have. That's all the time we have on the show. I know it's a serious moment, but I figured I want to talk about it. 865 is complete, and I will see you on the 866th episode. Peace. Have a wonderful night. God's blessings.